Hopefully you've watched my last video. If not, I'll add it to the end of this one. This is just a little bit of extra information that you might like to look at before you book a cruise. We recently went on our cruise on the Pacific Adventure, but P&O cruise ships are all set up pretty much the same. Their deck plans are pretty similar. The restaurants inside are fairly similar as well. Remember, where you find the lifts, you'll find this notice board that'll show you what's on all the decks. This will help you to find where you're going to, like the restaurants, entertainment, and if you're lost, your room. Now, for those of you who've watched some of my other videos, you know I'm not about showing you what you're going to see. I'm all about talking about what hazards you might come across. One of the hazards you come across with cruising is booking your room. When you book your room, make sure you study that deck plan well. You want to know what's above you, you want to know what's below you, what's either end. So you possibly could have a room that's near where the kids' play area is, which means they might be up early. Or you might have a room that's underneath the nightclub. These are things to have a look at, so really study the deck plan before you book your room. Choosing a room may not be important to you. You can just hit the select button and let the cruise line choose for you. Just keep in mind, you could be near the lifts where it's a bit noisy, or near a dining room or the crew area where you'll hear them coming and going. Totally up to you. This might be our next hazard. Food on board a cruise ship is plentiful. There are so many different styles on board. There's little cafes where you can purchase a cake or a coffee, an ice cream shop where you can purchase things like this ice cream sundae. There's also signature restaurants on board where you can purchase a main meal. But you might prefer to go to the restaurant that's included in your cruise price. They'll usually have at least one of the buffet-style restaurants where you walk along and you choose the food that you would like, then go and find a seat in the sitting area and have your meal. Some of them don't serve buffet style overnight time, but then you have the choice of, on most ships, at least 3 restaurants where you can go and sit down and they'll serve you, but it's all still included in your price. At the time of booking, they might ask you, do you want a more formal dining, where you get to choose either an early sitting or a late sitting. I personally prefer the early sitting. This gives you time to sit and relax and eat your meal. Once you're finished, you can get a drink, make your way up to where the show is, and get a nice seat to be able to see the show. Now, you can come and line up at the restaurant without booking in a time slot, but you could wait there for some time, especially if most people on the ship have booked in a more formal dining. Some may see this as the next hazard. There is so many bars on board. You can purchase a drink nearly any time, day or night. And why not? You're on holidays. Have a look and see if your cruise ship is offering a drink package. Sometimes it's worth it. Just sit down and work out how many drinks you have to see if it's going to be worthwhile. Keep in mind that if you want a good cup of coffee, you've got to purchase that one. You don't get that for free, just a drip coffee for free. Some of you might like to have a hot chocolate. We didn't find anywhere on board where you could get a hot chocolate for free, but you can purchase that from one of the little cafes as well. The other thing is, if you like bottled water, you have to purchase the bottled water as well. So when looking at a drink package, make sure you know exactly what's included. And like I said, see if it's worth your while. Lastly, I like to check before I go to dinner where my entertainment's going to be for the night. Because on the last ship, one of the entertainment halls was at one end and the other was at the other end. So if we were going to see 2 shows, which we did, you have to go from one end of the ship to the other end of the ship. This is fine, except when everybody's doing the same thing. You might like to check before you get on your ship if there's any shows you have to book into for a cost, All the shows that we went and saw were included in our price, and we didn't book into any of them, but just arrived early to get a good seat. Now, when it comes time to booking, there's a number of ways you can do it. You can go to a travel agent and they'll help you through the booking process. You can just go online to the website of your cruise line and just make the booking directly there. I had a few requests and questions that I needed to ask about the room we were getting, so I rang the phone number that was on P&O's website, and I went through to a cruise holiday planner, Anil, who helped us choose our room and helped us make the booking as well. I highly recommend Anil. You might like to do that as well. As you can see, not many hazards on a cruise. It's perfect for travelling over 60. Are you liking my videos? If you're liking my videos, give me a thumbs up so I know. If you've got a question, put it in the comments below. Even just a comment. You want to tell me about where you've been and what you've done, or something you would like me to look out for when I'm travelling. If you are liking the videos, go across and subscribe to my channel. I have another adventure coming up in October 2023. Another cruise sailing from Hawaii back to Sydney, Australia. Can't wait. Come join us on that adventure.